Hey, welcome to Day Juan's Aerial Quad channel. I'm really making a meal out of this snowstorm. It is now just about 4 in the afternoon, and I am at, well, they call it Larry Kreitz Park here in Festus. I will forever call it West City Park, its original name, or at least as far as I know, it's its original name. But they've got the gates closed to get into the main park, but you can still pull into this one parking lot, which is just plenty for me with my, vertical capabilities here. And you can still walk in and walk the path. You just can't drive into the place. I guess they don't want people doing donuts. I saw the high school parking lot had quite a few. Someone had a good time in the high school parking lot and didn't look like they had, destroyed anything. So that's good. But they didn't want that to happen here in, the fields or anything like that. So we're just gonna goof around West City Park a little bit. It's in cruise right now. What I actually want to do first, I have a waypoint mission. It was the first waypoint mission I ever did back on the Mini 4 Pro. This is the 5, of course, if I didn't mention that yet. I want to fly this mission because I don't know that I've flown it from this drone before. So let's get a nice snowy one in. All right, so it's gonna go ahead and pop on over on its own and start going. Having a little bit extra free time and having all this beautiful scenery has really been a good time for drone flying, that's for sure. I don't remember exactly. I think this follows that outer perimeter. I don't remember how fast it goes. It's like about 10 mile an hour. Very good. All right, and I don't have the settings on this particular mission to turn the video recording off. So, on. So it should keep recording once it's done. But right now it's totally hands-free. I am just watching it from the car. It's really not that bad. It's 33 degrees. It's finally above freezing. Got all the concrete uncovered, at least well enough that the sun took care of the rest of it. The school did declare that they will be in session tomorrow. I know a couple of the other ones locally are still closed to some consternation on the Facebook page. So we'll see if they relent. It would be kind of tough to relent now. But 2 snow days in a row for a foot of snow and sub-zero temperatures. That's not as much as you might expect. So we'll see what happens. All right, looks like the big field here at West City is largely untouched. I'm sure if we get down closer to it, or maybe in the 4K you can see better, there might be some stuff. As I sit here looking out into the pond, we keep seeing ponds during this time, I can see the geese, the terrible, terrible creature known as the Canadian goose. They are sitting around the fountain, and they don't seem to mind this cold weather at all, sitting in the water. Of course, they're Canadian geese, so they're presumably designed for temperatures like this. All right, we're making the first big turn. Yeah, that lower area down to the right, that often is flooded. Like all of those trees, sort of in a grid if you look at it from the right angle, but only sort of. They're down there, but often just totally underwater. Well, not the whole tree, but you can't walk around down there. You can just about swim. And right below us there in the lower frame, that is the pavilion where I did my first big Mini 4 Pro video. I sat there for about an hour and learned all about the its capabilities. I played with a lot of the settings, and realized how far you can fly. I was halfway across town before I realized it. These drones are impressive. Alrighty, we're making a nice little loop here. I think, yeah, looking at the screen recording, it's going to do about another minute of this mission. And there you can see the ponds. You can see where the fountains are. There's 2 ponds with total of 3 fountains. You can see where the fountains are, no problem. From where you're looking, the farthest one is where the geese are. We can go bother them in a minute because geese aren't people. Canadian geese are the worst. I'll actually be going on a trip here, so I'll be out for a few days. I'm going to be at a lake that's not all that far from here, so I imagine I might get to see some frozen lake views. It's supposed to be, freezing weather the whole time I'll be there, so I might get to see more things similar to this.
Return to home.
All right, and it's trying to return to home. We will not let it. Very good, we flew that waypoint mission. All right, let's go bother these geese. Need to look at them all. I'm going sport mode just in case any of them try to get fresh with me. I can climb a lot faster than they can. But yeah, they're mean. If you're walking the trail out here, they will go for you. Let's see, speaking of the trail, did they clean that up? Yeah, they did. So they cleaned it up, but they won't let you drive around the path. Again, I get it. You don't want them to, people to mess up your fields. And it doesn't seem to stop everybody. Of course, right here where I am is the tractor, where you can see where the tractor went in. This is the barn. You can rent the barn. Weddings and things. It's very nice in there. They just renovated that recently. But yeah, there's the tractor. And it's got a plow on, it looks like. Yep. So presumably, that's what did a lot of this part. Maybe saved the plow vehicles from the city to do other things, like maintain the roads and such. All right. Now, earlier, when I was over at the river, I noticed on the way there that the big creek that runs through town was frozen over. And I'm wondering if this creek will be similar. This is smaller, so I bet it will. Studying on the map for a second. I don't remember the name of this creek. But yeah, it looks pretty frozen. Get down a little closer. Watch the trees, watch the trees. Okay. I don't want to lose connection. Can't get too low from where I am. I don't know realistically if I can get to a better spot to get down into the creek. But with these very impressive Mini 5 Pro Plus batteries, it's not that much of an issue. Now, if I was crazy, I would go under the bridge there. But I'm not. I want to make sure I get this thing back. It's too expensive and near impossible to replace. It looks like that creek is pretty frozen. There's a little bit of liquid still there. But it goes a ways. We got the playground. Doesn't look like anyone's trying to use it today. Oh, this is the water park. Yeah, this is the water playground. So yeah, there's definitely no one trying to use it today. Baseball fields are certainly covered. No one's really messed around with those. There's been some people walking here, but doesn't seem they've been walking on the diamonds. I spoke slightly too soon. This one's pristine. Okay, yeah. See, I'm smart. I can observe things. All right, now, not many people watched it, and I probably wouldn't watch it either. But I did, around Christmas time, put up a video of the light display, and I had some of Dead Armadillo Sound's music to it. He wrote me one that it's kind of got a Christmassy vibe, and of course does not break any copyright laws. But yeah, this is where they do that. You got this big frame that they just keep up. They'll do like a Halloween show, and they'll do a Christmas show. I don't know if they'll do any other shows, but that's where it is. It's still got snowflakes on there. If I'm really thinking when I post this, I'll link that video. Maybe more people will see it, but probably not. Not many people looking for Christmas stuff these days. January 27th, yeah. There's the band stage. It's like snow didn't get too deep under there. Makes sense. Let's look at the front part of the park. There's the Vietnam Memorial. Nice gazebo attached to it. Nice M16 boots and a helmet. Good stuff. Oh, we should fly low and quick across the big field. That'd be fun. Is that wind? No, it's because I'm too low. It doesn't want to fly fast when you're too low. All right. Here's a smaller little playground in one of the pavilions. This one gets rented probably the most for, private events. And are they still there? Got those little scoop machines. That might be what that is. It's kind of hard to tell. But you would know what I'm talking about if you saw it. You can sit on them and dig holes, like in the sand pit where they are. That might be what that is. I think maybe they took the part of the mechanism off for the winter. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, I kind of want to turn on sport mode and see how fast we can get going across the big field. But I also do not want to crash it at 40-something miles an hour in the big field. Decisions. I'm not sure what the difference in the satellite stuff is between the 4 Pro and the 5 Pro. But with the 5 Pro, like right now, I'm getting 32. It's always mid 20s in with the 4 Pro. So there's something clearly is different about this one in that regard. All right, let's go ahead and post up over here. We can go kind of diagonal. Here at the backstop. You put the bleachers right there in the backstop for winter. I don't come here much in the winter. Alrighty. 13 feet, and there's a bit of an up slope.
Obstacle sensing unavailable. Fly with caution.
Safety second. Or is it safety third? What does micro say? We're pretending we're micro. All right, 30. Is it not going to make it to full speed? There's a bit of wind, but not a crazy amount. I don't know if that would be slowing it down this much. Unless I just happen to pick the wrong direction. Well, let's go back the other way and see if that was a problem. Ooh, watch some trees there. Knock on wood, I have gotten lucky so many times flying these drones. If you watch any of my summer 2025 road trip series, the amount of times I almost hit power lines when had no idea they were there is astounding. All right, let's try it the opposite direction, see if we go faster. Yeah, I think we're going faster. So I think the wind was certainly a contributing factor. And we're on 38. We can clear that tree. Oh, easy. Easy. Yeah, let's find the train tracks. Haven't flown on those quite some time. Never with this drone. And the ones I saw in Herky earlier today were a little bit covered. How are these? I can get closer to these. Look, make sure there's no trains going to surprise me. That would be an interesting thing. My connection strength isn't as good right now. And it's certainly being slowed down. Okay, that was a software purpose. It was being slowed down. All right, yeah, 33 mile an hour about. So, still some wind. I'm sure with the topography right here, this upslope and the downslope, there's probably some wind stuff going on. We'll come up a little bit. Connection's getting a little sketchy. Yeah, you get far away with this thing without realizing it. Like, yeah, there's that lower hill I'm talking about. I'm all the way on here. I'm way out of the park right now. Very impressive. Some of the shorts that I've put up these last few days from the snow have really done very well. I mean, by my standards. I don't think this is ever going to be like a money-making venture, but it's fun and seeing the channel grow a little bit. Up to 23 subscribers now, and only one of them's me. The old water treatment facility. It's covered. Usually a big pond there. What the pond is, I don't necessarily want to know. There's animal control right here. Must be having the animals go inside to do their business. Have puppy pads and such. Hopefully they don't have very many. Hopefully they have largely been adopted.
Max altitude reached.
Yes, that's right. Max altitude reach. This thing, man. Just even going from the 4 Pro to the 5 Pro, how fast this can reach max altitude is nuts. The climb rate on that, especially in sport mode, is really something. I noticed that out on the river earlier because I was, I think, filming like 160 feet below where I started, where I launched from. And it was like within 30 seconds with not, burying the stick, it was at 400 feet. It was maxed out. Like, that's impressive. I remember some times on that 4K over that summer road trip where I'd have it, following the terrain within 400 feet, but, over 1,000 feet from where it started. Coming back down was slow. Like, it would not descend as quickly as this thing can ascend. Yeah. It ended up being in the neighborhood of a foot. It was, I would have guessed more like 8 or 9 probably, but people are saying it was actually a foot of snow, so I don't really have much reason to disbelieve them. It was sure plenty to undo the driveway. See, are we high enough here to see our usual water tower? Let me think about which direction that would be. Is it this one? No, that's the Herky one. Okay. The other Herky. So that's the one that our more regular water tower waypoint mission starts at, which means the other should be this direction. Yeah, there it is. There's our water tower closest to my usual flying spot, especially this week. And then there should be the one more. Oh, there's Crystal. You can see Crystal's water tower from here too. Nice. The little blue one. And then there's the other Festus one. It's out here by the interstate. There's a school. Very good. And there's even another one out in the distance. Which one would that be? South of here. I'm not sure. Kind of flying in the direction of the school. Can we make out the cross from here? It's hard to see, even with the zoom. Right where the crosshairs are, that should be the cross. All right, let's go take a peek at the school. As of about 7 o'clock this morning, they had not yet cleared the the parking lots sufficient. Like they hadn't touched the high school student lot. But now they're saying they're going to have school, so I suspect it ought to be cleared. Let's have a look. Take cruise off. Right here is actually the Catholic school and the Catholic church. The Festus School District has been trying to buy that building and property for a long time. There are 2 big Catholic churches in town, and a lot of people want them to merge. But yeah, they definitely did some work on the student parking lot. That didn't look a thing like that earlier. What we got over here? Something's going on today. Is that the construction stuff? That's where those guys park, maybe? They are adding on to this, the intermediate building. It could be. I'm getting kind of low battery. I'm about a mile away. Yeah.
Aircraft will return to the home point.
I almost never let it actually do the auto return to home. Let me just go ahead and do that. And we can enjoy the beeping together. See, if I turn the volume down on this, that works, I think. No, that does nothing. No, I tried. Yeah, I've took 3, videos worth being their own separate videos today, including this one. So I'll see if I can get all this edited tonight, and then see how much stuff I can get filmed while I'm on my trip. I will be doing business things as well, obviously, but I never mind sneaking away if I get a chance, doing a little flying. Lake of the Ozarks is a very beautiful place, and I don't remember ever really being there when it was frozen. So that'll be fun. Well, I won't bore you with the entire return to home process. Thanks for watching Dejuan's Aerial Quad channel, and I do hope I see you next time.